should remove the proxy folder from the execution path entirely. I'm going to trace which layer is doing the folder read, then make Claude. We were still asking Qwen whether to call a file tool for folder file operation that gives Qwen a chance to use its own proxy. CWD. So what I'm trying here is to make Qwen compatible with Claude. The problem that I'm facing now is Claude does not see the folder, the current folder that the user specify. It sees only the folder that the proxy is in.
agentic development environment tool. It's an orchestration tool where you just manage your director. You tell your director about your project, what you want, and it'll actually send that, delegate that task to the team, which is, think of the director like you're a CEO of a company, you have a director, and the director has a team of developers. And the director will delegate that task to the team to get it work. So that's the basic understanding of what my tool does. The other tool I have is my Plyroom Echo here. And this is, I use this, in fact, it's running right now. This is it right here. So it's a speech to text, so I can come in and I can, and this is all built, it's all local. It doesn't run, it doesn't connect to a server. It stays on your computer. The LLM on it stays on your computer. So, and this runs on your CPU, so you can run it on a low-end computer, and it's very fast. Like right now, I'm using this to talk, and you can see it. It loads to the CPU first, because if you're not using it a while, it'll unload. And then the first time you use it, it'll load. And then after that, it'll stay loaded for about 5 minutes. And it's much faster, as you can see. And I use this daily, because I don't like typing anymore. I'm done typing. I've done more typing than I can imagine. Hey, if Mark Zuckerberg wants to buy me out, I'm down for it. I wouldn't mind doing it. Am I going to become a billionaire? I don't know. I have no idea. My first goal is to see if I can reach 1 million. I think that would be great. ARR, of course. Why would I use Echo over just, so yeah, you can do that. So yeah, definitely. So if you want to use the Windows key and press H, you can do that inside of Windows. But guess what? You can't use this offline. You have to be connected to the internet, because the service that it uses is online. And anything you say, they get to use your speech, and they capture everything you say, and they'll use that for their own training. Plus, it's buggy as hell. But if you want to use that, go for it. And not everyone runs on Windows. Some people run on Linux, some people run on Mac. So to answer your question, why you would use Echo over that, this is all stored locally on your computer. You could be offline. It doesn't send me information or anybody else information. Here's the history. All this is stored locally. Everything I said, it captures everything. And if I'm able to capture everything like this and store it, I can imagine what Microsoft does with their data. Just think about that. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you, whatever you want to use. Will your AD eventually have its own CLI? So I thought about building my own CLI, but I can't. So if I build my own LLM, then yes, I would have my own CLI. But I don't own Anthropic CLI. That's their tool. All I did was download it, just like anybody else, or Codex, which is ChatGPT. They have their own CLI. It's a tool that they built, that it gets installed on your computer. So when you open your terminal here and you run it, and if I type in Claude, I'm loading their CLI that's installed on my computer. That's what this is. This is my terminal. Inside here is the CLI that's built into it. So I can't build my own CLI to run Anthropic, because Anthropic made their CLI. And how that works is a little bit different. In fact, I actually have Anthropic's CLI when it got leaked out. Here's their CLI right here. This is actually Anthropic's real CLI, and this is how it all works. I haven't used it. I just wanted to understand it. So when you're asking how I do my token efficiency, let's just say that I have inside knowledge on how their CLIs work. So when I'm building for token efficiency on my tool, I know what I'm looking for. Most people don't have their Anthropic CLI. I actually have the source code for Anthropic CLI, and this is it right here. If I go to README, this is all Anthropic CLI here. Cloud Code source code. Now it became public. I don't even know who this is. Chan Found Chu. What is Claude code? But yeah, this is all Anthropic stuff here. Here's the source code, the work tree. And believe it or not, you want to know what's funny? They vibe coded their own CLI. And all this is vibe coded. Here's the web, the hooks, the MCP server, if you want to know how this works, and also the prompts. So the different prompts that are built into their CLI. So I have that. What effort on Claude Code do you use? I use Claude Code quite a bit. Claude is leaked on GitHub. Yeah, it is. And anybody could download it if it's still there, but I think they took it down, so I don't know if it's still there or not. But yeah, Claude CLI I understand how it works, and that's how I'm able to do my token optimization, is I know what I can and can't grab out to optimize. Let's see. Whatever floats your boat. Okay. Waiting for ChatGPT to leak their source code. Yeah, right now I cannot get 99% savings on ChatGPT, their Codex. But however, I can get around 45 to 65% on their token efficiency. But you know what? Even Codex is still a lot cheaper. Their token exchange, your input and your output, is much cheaper than what Anthropic is. And I'm so disappointed in Anthropic right now. I'm so pissed off at them. So, they just released their 4.8 model. And their 4.8 model is no different than their 4.7. In fact, they're one-to-one exactly the same, identical. It's crazy. And what's going on is, if you look at the numbers, a lot of people are leaving Anthropic and going to Codex. So they're losing subscription. So they have to try to release their next model in a hurry. But they didn't really create a new model. It's still the same model, same training data, date. It's just wild. They might have changed some of the CLI tools for it, but that's it. It's still the same freaking model. And they're desperate. It's so sad. When they launched their Mythos, they're like, oh, it's too smart for anybody, so we can't release that to anybody. Screw Anthropic. I'm so tired of them. I really am. They're a weird, dirty company. Their CEO. I don't like them. I use it. I pay it. I have it, but I've been using more and more Codex lately, and I've been happy with it. That comment was to the voice oh, okay, all right. People just give Microsoft all their, and they do. And honestly, anytime I do anything in Windows, I'm pretty much, and I try blocking all as much as I can. I don't want to send Microsoft anything. In fact, I'm not even logged in with a Microsoft account. I'm logged in, and I'm logged in with a local admin account on my laptop here. And it's funny because I am a Microsoft 365 architect, right? I work with Microsoft. So because of them, because of Microsoft, I have a job. So I cannot complain too much. However, I understand Microsoft and I know what they do. So I don't want them to have any of my information, my data. What's my feedback on Opus 4.8? Yeah, I think I just gave my feedback, but if you missed it, it's no different than 4.7. In fact, 4.6 is still better than 4.7. And 4.8 is just a clone of 4.7 with a little bit of tool difference. That's it. It's junk. They just released it. They released it after 6 weeks instead of waiting their normal 10 to 12 weeks. And they released it in a hurry because Anthropic's losing a lot of subscriptions to Codex. Both are dirty. Oh, I agree. They both are dirty. Oh, 100% they both are dirty. Anthropic just sucks at being dirty. They really do. And Fax 3605, you're wrong about they're too big to get their source code, because I have their source code right here. Here's their Claude code, their CLI. They were dumb enough to leak it, so I got it. So again, Anthropic just does things. They're dumb. Let's see. By the way, I found a big bug in Codex today. I found that as long as you don't have a limit, you can reset by changing the installation ID. Oh, really? So you reset the limit? So this limit right here, the 5 hour or the weekly limit, it's a marketing play. I have yet to cancel Anthropic, but I don't add Codex to my rotation. Oh, but you did add Codex to your rotation. Yeah. And I still use both too. I really do. But yeah, they're just, I've been happy with Codex. They have it does things better than what Anthropic does, and Anthropic does things better than what Codex does. So, I use them both. But I will be right back, guys. I need to step out just for a minute. So give me a second while this runs. want to see something neat? Watch this. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. My baby ended up getting a haircut yesterday. She's a little self-conscious. Look out, girl. Here. This is her right here. My little Shih Tzu. Her name's Panyo. She's a little sweetheart. She really is. She's so soft. She's so good. You're a good girl, huh? All right. I'll let you down. She's looking pretty bad. She needed a haircut. Yeah, you'll have to share that with me, Smart Ted. Send me the information in Discord. I'm interested. Woohoo! And for anybody just joining, I'm doing multi-threading for my ADE here to make it run much faster, load much faster, and it's much cleaner. Yeah, and you can use OpenCode in my ADE here too, as well. Why can't I drop this down? But I have OpenCode here, but why can't I drop that down? That is, I hate creating new bugs when I'm fixing bugs. It shouldn't be doing that. I cannot drop down the, where it says OpenAI Codex, the drop down bar there, it won't let me drop it down. This is in my terminals. I can do it in a director, but I can't do it in terminals. So I don't need you causing more bugs. I just need you to fix the current bugs. Can you share the Discord link? Yeah, I can do that. Let me share that for you here. There you go. In the Discord, if you could either DM me or just put it in the lounge, the Forge lounge. You can put it in there. Hey, Johnny, you asked if he's making a Vidic clone? What's Vidic? Man, you just know all these different tools. I love it when you join my stream. I really do. Is this it here? YouTube AI tools and analytics. Grow your YouTube channel. Okay. That's pretty cool. Never even heard of that either. All right, so look how small those texts are. You know what's cool though? We could change that. Let's change the text size. Let's go to 14. It was just too small. Yeah, I can read that. So I have to have my reading glasses because I'm old and I'm blind. I can see fine far away, but when anything up close, I have to have my reading glasses. There we go. My reading glasses. But I use that if I'm like on my phone or reading a book. You know, at my age, we used to have these things called CRT monitors, which weren't good for your eyes. And they're these huge blocks of brick, and they weighed like 1,000 pounds. And sat on your desk, and they were very small. Like, you know, I had a large one at 17 inches when I was first into computers. So I'm really dating myself there. But let's reset this. Give me a full analysis of all the cards that are out there in the ops board and tell me what we're doing. And I want this to kick in here. There we go. Oh, I don't think it needs it right now. Even Claude's replacing Blender. I have not used AI to do any 3D rendering yet, but I do know that Blender incorporated AI into their tool, didn't they? Like I can use, let's see here, Blender with AI. I think you can actually use, it's meshing, that's not what I'm looking for. I think Blender included AI built into their tool. Features. I could have sworn they did. Thought I read that somewhere. Like I know people make plugins for it, but I think they actually built it in. Could be wrong, but I thought I read that somewhere. Yeah, even 3D modeling software is using AI art generator. Stability AI has introduced stability for Blender tool that, as the name implies, brings stable diffusion images creation tech to the open source 3D tool. Yeah, so they're actually, and they're using OpenAI's Dolly here. Which is pretty cool. So vibe coding is actually going to be the future. You still have a lot of haters out there. You still got a lot of people calling it slop or AI slop. I still get negative comments on my YouTube channel from people come in, and I swear they don't understand what's going on. They just like to, it's a meme. And let me actually give you a little history on the term AI slop and where that came from. So let me close this out here so it can do its thing. So when AI first came out, what made it popular was, what was the name of that tool they did? Midjourney. Remember when Midjourney first came out where people can go in and start prompting this AI tool to create different art? In fact, I built a whole Discord server around it here. It's called Midjourney and Game Art. This is, and people are using it for creating different art with it. Let me show you some pixel art here that people's created. What is this? There we go. So, and these people they'll leave like their prompts that they left. So Midjourney was very popular when they first came out. I forgot what year it was when they first came out. It had to have been 5 years ago. But and see, here's some game art that was actually created using Midjourney. And that's what this whole Discord channel that I have here, Midjourney Game Art. I own this channel, and this is actually what it's all about, just game art for people to come in and share their prompts and their images and everything else. It's really neat. So if you're doing any game development and need some actual art, this is a great place to get some at or learn how to do it yourself. So like some backdrops, background. People's created some cool things here. But then after a while, people started using AI to make videos. And when AI started introducing, where you can make videos, and you could really tell an AI video apart from an actual regular video that people's made. So that's where the term AI slop came from. And whenever you go on YouTube and you see something you know is generated by AI, it's sloppy. It looks like crap. They have like 6 fingers or webbed hands, or they merge, or they got an extra arm sticking out like this. And that's where the term AI slop came from. And then you got the vibe coders who come in and do actual programming. For a while, they were silent. They stayed behind the scenes. No one really bothered them, and they were developing applications. There's some people who actually are making millions now today based on vibe coding when it first started, and they're continuing that journey. Although we've been in the AI for the last 5+ years, it's still in the early stages of AI even today. But a lot of people, they hear the word AI now and they associate that with slop, and they think, oh, because I'm vibe coding with AI, it's got to be slop. So they like to use that as a trend term, which is so stupid. So anytime you're vibe coding, it's not AI slop. AI slop has its place, but people don't understand it, and they just use that term too freely. So just wanted to share that with you. That's a scam post? I missed something here. Why learn new words when they can say slop for everything? That's true, Johnny. they're what they are. They're followers. They're not leaders. They'll never be able to design or create anything on their own. They don't understand. Those type of people are not the type of people I want in my community. I have very smart, intelligent people in my community. You guys are some of the brilliant, smartest people out there. And you guys are what's moving this trend forward and going to make this even better. So this is the community that, you know, you guys are my peers pretty much. So, and I really appreciate all you guys. So, but those people who don't know how to think outside the box, I don't want them in my community. They're brain dead. They're negative people. You still have a CRT TV? That's awesome. Remember those old big box TVs that they had? And then they had the projection TVs where it had a built-in projector behind it, and it projected on the screen. Man. Oh, that random game art. Okay, it was. Yeah, I didn't know where that came from. I'm like, where did that even come from? That was weird. Let's see if I can find it again. I know what you're talking about. It's gone now. Looks like. No, no, it's not that. Oh, that one right there. There it is. So this right here, this is a scam post. He shouldn't have permission to even post to everyone. There, gone. All right. Yeah, it's weird. They do. It's like a you can hear the power, the electric powering up. It's like, it's weird. You're right. Well, Fearless, you're going to have to share it. I'd love to see your progress. It's awesome. This is just good AI.
So the problem with this is actually that the model is too weak. It's too weak to build something, and this is an issue. So it looks like that I need to use some paid models because it cannot detect exactly where is the issue, and the issue is that it does not pass the tools to the proxy. The proxy that I built here, it does not pass to it the tools, so it's fixed on the same response over and over. Bring back the same response. And when you try to tell it to do an end-to-an-end test, it cannot do it. It's like I don't know if the problem is coming from open code or it's coming from DeepSeek itself. It cannot recognize the task given, but I can guess that the problem maybe it's coming from the agent itself, because when I tell it to run multiple agents, it does do it. To detect let's say 10 of them, to detect the issue on why it's giving a static response.
So that's the tool that I'm building right now. This is it right here. The other tool that I have,
From what it seems, that it cannot resolve this issue using free model. I can see the issue from the logs. Let me run targeted agents to confirm. System prompt flow, check bypass opportunity, Qwen proxy and analysis.
my Claude, I'm paying $200 for it. And I use this just as much, if not more. So, and I switch back and forth, depending on what I'm doing. So it's not text to speech, it's speech to text. So the model I'm using is Whisper. I was using Parakeet, but Parakeet is English only. It is a lighter model, and I'd be okay with it, but I wanted to release this to everybody, to the world, and not everyone speaks English. So whatever language you speak in, it should work. So it's multilingual. That's the other thing. So I'm using Whisper, which is not the same, believe it or not, it is not the same as, So you have Whisper Flow, which is WISPERFLOW. So you have Whisper Flow, and they are also a speech-to-text tool. Theirs is on a server, and they have their own LLM for theirs. What I am using is Whisper LM. Actually, I'll just do speech to text. This model here is different than Whisper Flow, I believe. Not you. Hang on here. Is it this one? Maybe it is the same. Yeah, no, it can't be this one. It's not the same one. I know it's not. Where did I get the LLM? Yeah, okay. It's through OpenAI, I think. And this is the architecture. So yeah, I think this is the one I'm using. You do like Whisper Flow formatting based on the apps you're in. Yeah, so that's the other thing I built into mine. So the formatting here, my tool here, you have the LLM, but there's actually tools that's happening before and after it goes through the LLM to make sure that it does the right punctuations, formatting, everything else like that. And plus, it's the model that I'm using is I have 3 models you could choose from, and right now I'm using a small model to show that it's just as good as the GPU version, which is a large model. And this will run on your CPU. It's the fastest, it runs on your CPU, and it's all local. And it works just as good. In fact, that's what I'm using right here. I'm going to show you. It takes a little bit to load the CPU, and then after that, after it loads, it's very fast. As soon as I let go, it'll show up here. So, and you can see the formatting. So if I have questions like, is the sky really blue? And you see it's a question, right? There's a question mark. It'll do the formatting, it's the punctuations. And if I sit here and go, I'm not sure if I want to, it'll actually cut all those ums out for you. And if I say plyriem, it knows how to spell it. See? Plyriem. And I do say a lot. But if you come here and go to your dictionary, you can actually put whatever word you want in there and how you want it spelled, and it'll actually make those corrections for you too. So I just want to show you that. That's my speech to text, and it's all local. And I love the formatting on it. Put GitHub after? What do you mean put GitHub after? What am I missing here? Let me catch up here. I have formal for Slack, casual for Discord, for example. I'm addicted to Whisper Flow. They do a nice clean UPS of transcribed text, also good formatting. Put GitHub after. Wow, this is perfect. Have you taken a look at PewDiePie's, was it Odysseus? I can't say that. No, I have not. And I love PewDiePie and where he's going with his channel and what he's been doing. He's become a tech nerd. That dude is a genius. He's got a brain like I've never seen before. He is so smart. So, Renee, how do you say your name? Renee Kuhn? What feature parody, does the feature parody with Whisper? Okay. I know what you mean now, yeah. Yeah, I liked Whisper. I just didn't want to pay for it. And I wanted it local. I didn't want them to have my information. So everything's local here, even your history. It'll save, like, here's all the chats I did, all my dictations. Here, a whole bunch of them. And I can clear them all. Like this, boom, it's done. And anything new, it'll just show up, see? Testing, 1, 2, it'll just show up. So anything new, it'll just show up here. And I don't have it yet, but if you click this, it should copy it, and it's not doing it yet. So it's got some changes I'm going to have to make to it. And there, I have 5 total dictations, or 2 dictations, 5 total dictated words. And it's very fast. Now, am I saying it like, is it Renee? R-E-N-E, like Renee? Rennie? How do you pronounce it? How long did I work on which one? My speech to text? I've been working on this behind the scenes for about a couple weeks now to get it to where I want it. The design, the layout, the flow, and the optimization. I mean, it's very fast. It is super fast. So, and you know, and how clean it is. So, I mean, anybody can make their own speech to text, but there's some tricks in there that you have to do to make sure it'll say exactly what you want to say. And it can cut out certain things, like if I'm sitting here going, I'm thinking about it, or not sure what I want to say, or even if I have questions, it knows the exact punctuations that I need. And I'll show that to you here. So you see how it put these in quotes here? And because I was making quoted statements there. So it's a very smart speech to text that I built. It's not a dumb one. It is just as good as Whisper. The only difference is mine's local. If you download it, it'll stay on your computer. It's got all the tools built in inside of it. My agent work, I mean, it'll never be done. I'll be honest with you, it'll never be done because I'm always going to be improving it, optimizing it, making some changes. So, but right now, is it runnable? Yeah, you could use it today. It works really good. So my ADE here. In fact, one of the new things that I added to it was a game port that you can connect the ADE with your game engine, which is right now I have Unreal or Unity. And inside the game engine, it'll actually, like for Unreal, if you tell it, I need you to create a menu for me and I want it to be in the style of blueprints. Instead of writing code, it'll actually create the blueprints for you and it'll link them all up and it'll connect it for you. It does quite a bit. And it's feature rich right now. And Olith, what do you mean by put GitHub after? I didn't understand what you meant by that. And for the ones who, I'm sure everyone knows who PewDiePie is, but PewDiePie has been doing some cool things lately. I love watching his channel, his stuff. See what his newest video is here. My $1 trillion project is finally out. He's so funny. Ending the vlogs, never been so disappointed. He's been doing a lot of tech stuff lately. Like right here, try my own AI. It'd be ChatGPT. And he's not talking about the big Codex ChatGPT. He's talking about, I think, the ChatGPT Mini, or the 4.0, yeah. So, yeah, he's really getting into some tech stuff. I need to watch his newest video. I love watching his videos. They're great. Most of the time, if you watch my video, I mostly work in my own tool. The reason why I'm working in Codex right now is because it's rewriting it's refactoring a lot of the code, and it's constantly rebuilding it for testing. And if I'm inside of it, it'll lock it up and it can't rebuild it. So even if I do a preview, because there's so many components to it, and when it's building the binaries for it, and if I'm running the tool, it keeps it locked up. So I kind of screwed myself on that, and I need to be able to change it where I can separate my tool from the actual source, and that way I'm not locking it up. And I haven't done that yet, but you know, eventually I will. I just haven't done it yet, and I'm okay. You know, Codex, I try it out. I test them out, even with Claude. But most of my development is inside the actual tool itself. Oh, it's 1 a.m. there? Okay. When you were looking for Whisper, you were looking for the open source version of, yeah. You're saying it's on GitHub. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's not it. OpenAI Whisper, robust speech. And they have more than one model too. Yeah, this is it. Yep. This is the one. But this is pre-built into, yeah, so here's the different models. So right now I have small, medium, and large, I think. Yeah, small, medium, and a large. And this is how many parameters it has. So 244 parameters, which runs around 2 gigs of VRAM, which I'm running this in the CPU and not the GPU. And the large, where it says 10 gigabytes of VRAM, which I have the quantized version, so it's even smaller. Like if I run a large GPU, it actually only runs like, I think only 2.5 gigabytes of VRAM is what it'll run. So, which is pretty good. Oh, here's all the languages it does. I never even looked at this. So the large version 3.9 I'm using the V3, by the way. Yeah, it does a lot of different languages. I wonder what these numbers are, though. 4.3, 4.7. Yeah, I'm not sure what these numbers represent. But that's why I chose Whisper, is for the multi-language. So anybody who speaks in different languages can use my tool. I have the NVIDIA 5080. Let me show you here. So if I go to Performance, GPU, it's the GeForce RTX 5080 is what I'm running. Was it hard to get 500 subs? No. I mean, I've been streaming for 21 days now and live streaming, and I just reached 500 subs today. So as long as you're consistent, you're interactive, and people are interested in what you're doing, you know, it depends on your content. You could get, you know, 1,000 subs in less than 20 days if people like what you're doing. Yeah, that's looking good. Hey, I didn't catch it, Fearless, but are you building your own game engine, your own tool for your own engine? How long do you stream every day? I don't stream every day. I try to stream every day. Sometimes I don't get to, but I'll stream between 1 hour and up to 12 hours. It just depends on how much I stream for. So I don't even know how long I've been on today. Let's see here. So far I've been streaming 1 hour and 45 minutes, looks like. So I'll probably stream for another couple hours today before I end it. Actually, I'll be streaming for about the next hour because I got to cook dinner tonight. Grilling some steaks. It's a train mesh landscape tool. Okay, I love it. Where are you going with it? It's looking great, and you vibe coded the whole thing so far, which is impressive. Yeah, this multi-threading refactoring I'm doing, I'm making my ADE where it handles multi-threading, especially with the terminals. so it loads faster and it's much smoother. So, and plus I'm changing a lot of the UI. Hey Renee, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope I earned your sub, and you know, catch me next time I'm on. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see, where am I at now? 506 subs, that's amazing. Can't believe I hit that mark. It's a huge milestone for me. So freaking awesome. It's all because of you guys. You guys are amazing. All right, come on, let's finish this up. What are we doing right now? You got logged out randomly mid-work? Oh, that sucks. Are you using Plyrim Forge to build it, or are you using like a desktop environment? What are you using? What tool to vibe code? So done. Okay, let's run a smoke test here. Go ahead and launch it, the preview. I want to see what it looks like. Awesome. I wasn't sure. I'm sorry it kicked you out, logged you out there. That's a bug. I don't want it to log you guys out like that. It shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what version you're running, but I know it still does that even to me. But what's great is it'll pick up where it last left off. It has a whole memory system where it'll know exactly what it's been working on, what it's been doing. So that's what's neat about it. So even if your computer crashes or shuts down, you reopen it back up, it'll pick up where it left off at, which is really cool. And that way you don't have to start over or it's getting sidetracked or anything. And you can even switch your models if you don't want to use Codex for certain things. You want to use Claude or vice versa. How many other tools let you use 6 GPT 5.5 models without burning out? Yeah, that's true. Have you noticed the token efficiency savings on it though? Do you feel like it's really, can you feel the impact? That's the question. Because that's always been my true focus when it came to my AD. I wanted to make sure that people can really feel the impact using the tool. Oh, that loads so much faster. Oh, that's so nice. Is there a way to run Forge without the director? No. I mean, you don't have to use the director. You can come in and you can close the director out like this. And then you could manage each terminal by itself if you want to do that. Like I could tell Coder 1, do this. I could tell Coder 2, do that. But they have tools and their skills are all based around knowing that they have a director. So when they finish a job, they will let the director know when that job's done. So in a way, it's not really designed to run without the director. It's built around it where you have the director managing the team. That was one of the main differences with my tool versus other ones out there. Thank you, Fearless. Yeah, I think so. I feel the impact. I really do. Well, if you put it in this, okay, think of it this way. You are the CEO, right? And then you own the company. You are the main, is your goals, your vision, your ideas, and you're just telling the director what you want done. The director they direct the team, they manage the team, and make sure that the workflow's gonna meet your goals, what your vision is. So you're better than a director. 12% weekly usage to date, nice. That's not too bad at all. And it resets in what, 3 days or something like that? But once I really get into more maintenance and feature deployments, it feels extra. Okay. Let me think about how I can make it, we can run it without the director, where people can use one or the other. I might have to have a separate type of terminal with their own set of tools and rules for that. That's a huge overhaul for that. So it's not something I can do this week at all, but it's something, let me think about how I want to do that, and that may be something I'm going to implement for you. Because you're right, not everyone wants to use the director, because your director doesn't do any coding or anything. He maintains and manages awareness of what's happening with your project, and he delegates the task to the team. So that's what the director does. Yeah, exactly. No, and honestly, I've took a lot of people's opinions and implemented it into the tool here. I really appreciate everyone's feedback and how they use the tool. It is very important for me to build this in a way that it's going to be comfortable for you to use. Technically, you guys are the ones who are shaping this, not me. So, I threw my ideas out there, but my workflow, it may not be the same as your workflow. And I want to be able to, I can't make everyone happy, but I want to make a lot of people happy if I can. Yeah, and some people are like that. They just like to tell each terminal what to do on each one. You could definitely, we can see about doing that. Like ultra code, okay. What's the difference with BridgeMine? There's a huge difference with BridgeMine. One thing, you can even ask some of the viewers here who are using the tool right now, I have token efficiency built into it, and it works really well. So you can run multiple agents at the same time, and it'll reduce your token usage. That's one thing. The other thing that I have, like for example, I have this game bridge here that'll bridge your Plarium Forge to Unity or Unreal Engine. So you can actually use this tool to do game developing. I don't think BridgeMine has this. Like if you wanted to do blueprints and create blueprints in Unreal, it'll do that for you. Let's see. There's quite a bit of different things that it does. It's not the same tool. It really isn't. It's the same concept. Like they both are ADEs. Mine's an agentic development environment, so is his. But he's been around much longer. His is a lot more mature than mine. And his tool is great. And some people will prefer his over mine, and some people prefer mine over his. It just depends on what you want to do. And there's a lot of them out there, a lot of free ones out there. Even before BridgeMine started making his, there's hundreds of them out there. So it just depends on which one you want to use. So Fearless, the way the game bridge works is, let me pull this up here. I thought you knew about this. Yeah, this is one of my additions that I had to this. So it can actually connect to your project. In fact, I have a project here, my Forge.Plarium demo, and it'll actually connect to your project, like let's just say Unreal. So if I go to Advanced here, it'll actually create a remote plugin for it, and it'll put it into Unreal. Let me pull it up here. Let's do Unity. I'll show you how it works here. I don't know if it's cheaper or not. I don't know what he's charging for his, but yeah, it's a different concept. But his is really good too. Don't get me wrong. He is very passionate about his tool, and I actually tell my viewers go check out his tool as well. Let's see. I don't use this too often, so I'm trying to figure out what I need to do here. Projects? Yeah, let's open this up. You want to build something for me and I sell it? I tell you what, why don't you build it, and then I will expose it on my stream, and that way you get 100% of the proceeds and stuff if you're selling something. If people are interested in it, I'll definitely share it on here and show it off. All right, so this is a blank starter. I didn't do anything with this one yet. So let me go ahead and install the adapter. We are going to connect here. Waiting for let's see if the Plyrim Forge is going to be in here. I forgot where it's going to be. Give me a second here. It's the first time I'm doing it with Unity. I did it with Unreal the other day. Yeah, so that's installed. Review. Oh, hang on here. I know what I'm doing wrong. Give me a second. I have to switch my projects here. And I need to find out where this one's at. Give me 1 second. So where does Unity have their assets? Yeah, here we go. This is what I wanted. Perfect. Okay. So let me come in here, and we're going to add a new project here. This is for Unity. There's the game bridge. We are going to, so right here it says Unity, it automatically detected it. Make sure it's installed. Yep, now it's installed. I don't have a team here yet, so let's go ahead and build a team. Let me close out this one. Let's be transparent. I don't worry about token usage. I get more subscriptions when necessary. I don't try to shave too much. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a team yet, so no director, no terminal. Let me close this out. Start like a fresh project here. And this should be, oh, that's because I need to come in here. Let me stop all, confirm, exit you, yes, go away. And then come in here, new team, template. We want game development. We are going to do Unity. And why did this error inside of here? That shouldn't have happened. Yeah, it's not creating a team inside of my